Yes.
Have you guys met anyone like really famous, and were you starstruck at all? And also, does all of this like feel surreal to you?
Does all of this feel surreal?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It's nice. I mean, it's fun to be. The most exciting thing for me is just being a part of this amazing community of people who are so interesting and smart and engaged. But it is surreal.
Yeah. And the most famous person I've ever met is probably Charlie. So cool, like.
There's a guy on YouTube. He's like 17 years old, and he flew from London to New York to go to the Paper Towns release party, and he was just sitting out there in the audience. And to Hank and me, he is outlandishly famous. Like, he's still my beating heart. George Clooney famous. I would have been less overwhelmed with excitement if George Clooney had just been like sitting in the audience, honestly. Yeah, Charlie was, and then we've had on tour with us, we've had these musicians I love, like Julia Nunes, who plays the guitar and the ukulele and is very popular on YouTube, and Molly, what's her last name? Lewis? Molly Lewis, who sings this song about MySpace.
Molly Webster? Molly Lewis. Molly Lewis.
Molly Lewis. Yeah, I was right. Yeah. Molly sings this song about MySpace called My Hope that imagines what MySpace will be like in 30 years after we've all abandoned it. And it imagines a world in which your children discover your MySpace when they are 15. And that you've forgotten your password, and so you cannot take this page down. And it's this entombed testament to your teenageness that then your teenagers can appreciate. There's the memorable line, "Who is this soldier boy you speak of?" I love music and I can't play music. Like I'm kind of starstruck that Bill is here. Like I love musicians, so that's what gets me.
Yeah, the most starstruck I ever was when I met Neil Gaiman. I was like,
yeah. All right, 3 questions quickly.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like celebrities now? Because I think that's kind of how some of us see you. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a celebrity.
Well, I want people to be excited. I think it's great that people are excited to meet us, definitely. But I don't and that's cool, but I don't want people to think of us as being like more than them, or even like being like the biggest part of the community.
It's a goofy mix of like you feel like you know the person really, really intensely, and then also like they're kind of like, oh.
Yeah, like a mix of friend and famous. That I'm okay with as long as there's the friend element there. Yeah. Yes.
Do you have a purpose as to why, like, the main character, I noticed you're looking for Alaska and Paper Towns, like, the main male character never really gets to ultimately sympathize the main male character? Like, they both miss that chance totally, like, it's never going to happen.
Yeah. Why do the main characters in both Alaska and Paper Towns, and I mean, no spoilers here, like, not always end up with life as they'd like it? Well, the answer, I guess, would be that I'm pretty sure that that's how life works. Like, all relationships end. It sucks, but it's true. Like, either breakup, divorce, or death. And so, like, given that, I think it's kind of a lie to write a book. It's a lie to write a happily ever after book on some level, I think. Like, unless you have vampires that can live forever. But that's also a lie. I mean, there's something inherent to the vampire lie. That's like this lie that like, oh, vampires. Hank pointed out to me recently, and I never thought of it this, but like vampires don't fart. And like the extent of this lie, this totally massively romanticized conception of humanness. Well, I'll get to more.
When you guys started Brother 2.0, the idea was to talk to each other through video blogs. Did you ever think that you ended up forming a community around that?
I think there was a little bit of hope that people would watch it. Otherwise, I don't think we could put it out there at all. And I mean, every time more people watched it, it always felt like there was more reason to do it. So it was really good to have.
Yeah, I mean, I think the community got us through the project in a way that we probably. Hank and I started a lot of stuff and then abandoned it. As you may have noticed if you watch all the videos. We were going to do this thing where we were giving away a bunch of tote bags. It's way too ambitious of a project. So like generally, so the community strengthened us in the same way as the community strengthened around the blogs. I mean, I was surprised the first day when I saw that 200 people watched and were really interested in it. You know, and there were like more comments on my blog, 8, than there had ever been. Like, way more. I probably only had 2 before that. I definitely was pumped. All right, last question. Yes.
All of your characters in your books go on really weird adventures. Have you ever been on any adventures?
Have I ever been on a weird adventure?
You mean like
well,
this
one
one?
time, one time, my brother and his wife and myself got in a minivan and visited 30 states in 20 days. That was pretty weird. But yeah, in college I took a really influential road trip to Alaska, and I took a road trip to the Grand Canyon. I mean, I'm very interested in, this is an American idea that you can get in your car and go and go and go and go, and somehow you will accomplish something. There's a great part of All the King's Men Are Open Horns, All the King's Men, where he talks about how he went west because west is where you go. You know, like there's this old American idea that you just, when all else fails, light out for the territories, like Huck Finn does, right? So I'm always conscious of the ancientness of that in our literature when I try to write about these adventures, because we are kind of like, our country is kind of an adventure city.
Oh, we're going to Eastland. Fly south! Quick while there is yet time!
That was a great last question. Thank you. This has been one of the most wonderful things that we've done. So thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. We are so lucky to be a part of this. And I expect to see every last one of you at 4 o'clock, when there will be songs and dancing and readings from different parts of Paper Towns. If you cannot come to the thing at 4 o'clock and you wish to have a book signed, I can do that now.
How do you get there?
How do you get there? Oh, ask your librarian.